Welcome back to Sports Gist right here on the Kaftan TV studios. Yes, I am so excited. What a time to be a Chelsea and a Nigerian fan. Alright, I have two amazing gentlemen on the show with me today. By my right, I have the one and only Usman Mustafa. Good afternoon, Mustafa. Welcome to Sports Gist.
Good afternoon, Jairus. Thank you. Good to actually be here again.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
By my left, I have a new face with us. He is none other than Aduku Aaron. Aaron, good afternoon and welcome to Sports Gist.
Thank you. Good afternoon, dearest.
Alright, you look tense, Aaron. Breathe! Nigeria is in the final and you're adorning the Nigerian jersey, so you should be in a high spirit.
Yeah, of course I am. In high spirit.
No, social media was on fire last night.
Okay.
Now, being in Nigeria, if I wasn't a Nigerian, I'll be jealous. I will honestly be jealous of Nigeria as a nation, because Nigeria, before you banned us or you want to troll us, we've already bantered ourselves. We've trolled us. It's like telling us we have bad government. We already know. So you cannot shame the shameless. But being in Nigeria is something that if you don't have thick skin, I'm sure we Ghanaians are. This past 1 month has not been easy for them. South Africans, now they might have taken the Grammy from Davido, but I'm sure when Davido will be last night, it will be all smiles. Anyway, we're going to take some reactions from Twitter before we go into the show proper. Now, the one that caught my attention was the tweet from Victor Boniface. Now, Victor Boniface has been active on social media. He might not have made it to the AFCONs because of injury, but then again, he has shown support. There was a time after the game yesterday, Osimhen went live and he was in the live video. Now he made a post on X and he said, "This is we Nigeria, South Africa, they will give us visa." We are even scared for our Nigerians in diaspora in South Africa right now. I don't want anything to happen to them. Oh, you remember? Let's not forget xenophobic attack and all.
I actually saw a video this morning where the students in his high school.
Now that's the best video.
They gave a Nigerian teacher, a royal welcome. They gave him a guard of honor. He wearing his Nigerian jersey, wearing his strap at the back, and he did a green shoe as well. He walked around, with pride, and he did a shoe before,
that's Ronaldo's shoe was the best part. What a time to be Nigerian, guys. Now, let me start with you, Usman. You saw the game, obviously. How did you feel watching that game?
Yesterday, I felt so proud to be a Nigerian, extremely proud to be a Nigerian, because that game brought out so many emotions, and a lot of Nigerians who who really love football, and so many people who actually tried to watch football yesterday saw how tense football can be. But I'm glad we came out victorious. It was one encounter where I had fears going into that game, to be very honest, because the South African team are really tactical. To know that majority of their players play from a particular club side, Mamelodi Sundowns, and they actually had success on the continent and in the South African League as well. They've won the 4-5 South African League. So these will actually have team chemistry. They understand themselves, and they know how to get results. But then again, we as Nigerians, we know how to grind results now. We are never dulling.
That's it.
The thing is, you look at that team yesterday, you know that we had elite mentality.
True. Even
from the shootout, the first penalty, Terry Murphy actually came in, and he was, of course, big ups to him for actually getting that late free kick and giving them a red card. It was maybe did not really show plenty, but at least it was quite influential to the game. And the first penalty he came to take was something that actually shook the goalkeeper. He was not expecting that.
True.
The goalkeeper actually had a script where he was expecting the penalties to be played, and when the first two ones did not go the way he wanted, he lost it. His composure, his confidence, and I felt like that was actually mentality-wise, that was actually how we overcame them in that game. Converting the first penalty, playing to the middle. Second penalty, Omero played it. It was Omero to play it to his right side. He played it to his left side, and when Ekong came as well, he was expecting Ekong to play directly to the middle, but Ekong played it to the left. Yeah. So that was where he knew that everything had gone wrong for him, and mentality was God bless whoever.
Okay, guys, one word for Wabali.
world class.
I love you, Mobali. I love you so much. Now, during a live session after the game from Osimhen and the boys, now there was a part where Olaino was saying, "Thank you, Mobali. Thank you for saving my life." Now he knew if Nigeria had gone out, oh my God, it would not be funny. Okay, let me ask you guys. Let me ask you, Aaron, who owns Amapiano now? Who owns it? I want to hear it. Anyways, shout out to Terry Murphy and Senior Man Kels, that's Kelechi Iheanacho. Now, why I'm giving them a big shout out is, now, the first penalty taker and the last are the most important people. Now, most times the coach, he looks at the player, he reads the game and is like, for me to send you out first, he needs to send out someone that has the calmness, the composure. I mean, we've seen the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo miss first penalties.
Yes.
Even Lionel Messi. So when you are giving the first penalty, can either make or mar the rest.
Shootout.
Yeah, the shootout. But what Terry Murphy did yesterday, if you're watching this, thank you so much. He was so calm. He was so relaxed. He took that spot kick with so much grace, and it helped the Omero, who came second, to just relieve the tension.
Relieves the pressure.
I mean, come on, you're a footballer, so you understand the dynamics. But penalties obviously comes with pressure. Yeah. But did you expect what you saw yesterday from Nigeria?
Throughout the game, I was like you said. Like Mustafa said, I expected a very tight, cagey affair by the South Africans. They have chemistry. Many of the players play in the same team. But I was quite relaxed. I always knew Super Eagles were going to get the better of them somehow. Either in the game, I actually predicted a 1-0 win for Super Eagles. We were really close to getting that result, but except for the late penalty that we conceded. Okay. However, in the shootout, the pressure was there. You can never escape the pressure of the shootout. Whether you are playing it, whether you are just watching it. As long as your team is in the shootout, you will always be very nervy, very anxious. But I'm glad that our guys were able to manage the pressure better, because penalty shootout is usually a game of how well you can manage pressure. Sure. You understand? You have guys who have done this, who kick penalties for their clubs, and then these things give you extra advantage in the shootout. When the stage is maybe too big for the other guys, maybe they've never been at that kind of penalty shootout at that kind of level. Maybe semi-final of the CAF African Cup of Nations is probably the biggest level many of the guys in South Africa, in the South African team, have been at. It's probably the highest level they have been at. But for many of our guys, they've been at this kind of level, played penalties under this kind of pressure, and then it helps them in that moment.
The funny thing is, the South Africans, they wanted to take this to penalty.
Yes.
They were so confident in their goalkeeper and in themselves. So they were more relaxed. They just wanted a penalty. But for Nigeria, they didn't know we had other things planned out for them. And they paid dearly for it.
They absolutely paid dearly for it, because at some point, they were too confident going to the penalties. Yeah. And it was really obvious that we practiced penalties in training, because towards the end of the game, the coach made some key substitutes, and all of the substitutes came on and scored their penalties. Iheanacho scored his, Omero scored his, and Terry Murphy scored his. So those were really, really important players who actually came to play the shootout. Yes, Osimhen is not really the greatest penalty taker out there. Actually, had scored more penalties than misses. But in a Navi game like this, your emotions can overcome you, and you might, do something different. So the introduction of Terry Murphy was a really big call, making his debut at the AFCON. Yes, and scoring the first penalty was what, like you mentioned earlier, it was really important. Converting your first penalty is what brings confidence to your team. And the South African player Mokoena, who actually missed his first penalty, scored in the game, and it felt like the goalkeeper was going to probably get the wrong way. The right way, saved that, gave him the confidence to save from Mokapa as evidence. Makopa, I'm sorry. It was a fresh of breath air. Knowing that we had a goalkeeper who was going to stand in and be, a proper guard for us. I don't think we felt this relaxed in the goalkeeping department since AMR retired for the national side. And Kyle Ikeme was really good, no thanks to leukemia, so he actually had to cut his footballing career short. Everyone who actually came after were underwhelming. Zohoro,
Maduka.
Maduka. No, Maduka actually still has a place, you know, in the
Maduka is just there.
because he's doing really well. Right
We'll
now.
stick with Wabali, please.
You know, Chidozie had been and likes, but Wabali actually came in and the confidence is there.
Yeah.
This is someone who has actually played for a couple of clubs in the Nigerian league already. So he is exposed playing in South Africa right now. He is an elite goalkeeper, to be very honest.
I mean, I said something yesterday, sorry. In case Wabali go back to Chifa United and you don't want you there, no problem. Chelsea, we are waiting for you. Or maybe yes, Real Madrid. I mean, he's someone that comes with this. He has a big personality.
Yes.
He's big, he's huge. When he comes in here, you know someone has, you know,
For sure,
so I think his personality also helped, and we needed a leader.
Yeah.
In my opinion, no offense, but he was more of a leader than Trust Ekong. He was too much of a leader, in my opinion.
And I see a lot of similarities between
him and
the Argentine goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez.
Thank you.
Argentina too suffered goalkeeping issues for many years. After Bonazeri retired, they didn't have a proper goalkeeper, and then they suffered for it many times. You understand? And then that confidence was not there. That you know, they had someone at the back that could propel them if the wheels are falling. But Wabali, Martinez came in. You know, took them through so many penalty shootouts, the victories, the wins started coming and all that, and then I see the same pattern in the final. And that crucial save in the final too. So I see the same pattern repeating itself in the case of Wabali. He was relatively unknown before this tournament, like Martinez as well.
Yes. Although Martinez was already in the EPL though, but he
made his name in Argentina, not any of his club sides.
Yes.
Just like Wabali now. So, and you know, I see winning anything, having a rock solid goalkeeper, having a very good goalkeeper is essential to anything you can achieve as a team. If you even see in Liverpool, when the success started coming, you know, it was we thought the team thought they could manage the carriers, you know, situation. Thought that okay, it was a defensive problem, but the keeper is part of the defense. If you don't rectify that issue, no matter how strong the defense is, you're always going to have that lapses. So till Alisson came, that was when the trophies started coming. All the trophies club won under all the trophies club won at Liverpool happened after Alisson arrived at the club.
I think I agree with Aaron completely. And if you check people who have won World Cups, AFCONs, and all that trophies,
they all have world-class goalkeepers.
I remember 2014 Manuel Neuer of Germany. Like, he was exceptional. He was one of the best goalkeepers in the world at the time.
And come on,
and he could act as both a goalkeeper and a defender.
Crucial save in the World Cup final.
The same thing Emiliano Martinez did with Argentina, and that's what our dearest Wabali is doing for the Super Eagles. One more game and we are champions. Now, the last time we met South Africa was in 2000, this same stage in the semi-finals, and we knocked them out. I don't think South Africans will like us too much right now, but let's talk about refereeing. Yes,
the refereeing has been excellent, absolutely top notch.
No, I talked about refereeing yesterday. I made a post and people came for me. They were like, that was bad refereeing from the referee yesterday. But do you think that was bad refereeing?
No, absolutely not. That was a right call. That was really a right call, because there was a foul leading to before we actually scored our goal, and it was the proper thing to do. This is actually why we have VAR, to make sure some of these decisions are going the right way. I have never seen VAR used properly until this tournament, to be very honest. Yes, big shout out to the last World Cup. The VAR at the last World Cup was really good too, but this tournament made it really transparent, and everyone out there agreed with every single decision made at this tournament. Look at the red card South Africa got yesterday. So many persons were probably thought maybe it was a red card and a penalty, but he made sure it was a right call, red card and a free kick. So it was really good. You look at all the games, and I do not think there's any controversial call from VAR in this tournament, and the refereeing has been really top notch. You know, the last AFCON where one of the referees ended the game in the 85th minute, this tournament is a complete upgrade of the last one. It is one of the best tournaments ever.
Do you guys notice the publicity of this particular tournament? Now they're talking about it more than any other. The AFCON has completely overshadowed the Asian Cup. Nobody's talking about the Asian Cup, but the AFCON is in every social media platform. I mean, I was on ESPN, or was it FIFA, and I'm seeing people say, oh, thank you, whoever is handling this page, you are doing a great job, the way you are promoting the AFCON, and thank you. Like, the AFCON, this is the best AFCON in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Absolutely.
Like, this
Absolutely.
is undoubtedly the best AFCON, from refereeing, the pitch, the stadium, everything. You know what? Shout out to Cote d'Ivoire. They gave us a great tournament. And come Sunday, hopefully,
I believe the EPL referees should
to let the team of
from the African referees. You know, Africa have always been spotlighted for negative things, but they should actually look at what we are doing right and learn from us too. I think that the officiating, like you said, has been top notch, has been excellent at this tournament. In fact, the African referees make the APL referees, sorry to say this, but they make officiating look like it's rocket science.
Yeah,
but we have seen the AFCON2024 that officiating is actually not rocket science. You know, you can actually go out there and do a good job.
I mean, I still maintain that they robbed Chelsea 2 penalties against Liverpool last week. Anyways, while still sticking with some tweets. Now, a famous Twitter, a famous social media person, yes, in the person of Daniel Rega, always known for his controversies. Now, while everybody was celebrating, he made a post on X and he said Nigeria won, but mainly by luck. The Super Eagles' performance was greatly disappointing. Nigeria's midfield was so flat up until the 62nd minute, and even after the team were almost outplayed, the determination wasn't really there. South Africa played the better game, truth be told. But kudos to the goalkeeper, Omabali. He alone did an excellent job. I completely disagree. I disagree with you.
The only thing that was correct in the whole post was kudos to Omabali.
Thank you.
Good job. Every other thing should have been deleted on arrival.
I think we should report that
you cannot say South Africans play better than us. It's not correct.
This is football. This is the semi-final.
You cannot say Nigeria won by luck. That is also not correct.
Now let's go back to the
every other thing he said was wrong. Totally
incorrect. I disagree with him completely.
We all know Daniel Rega. It is almost easy to criticize at the comfort of your home. So when you are when these things are happening, you always try to be on the negative side, probably for clout. And I do not take any of his words serious, to be very honest. You cannot watch a game of that magnitude and come out to say all of those things.
I think he watches his from the back of his head.
He always tries to be negative, tries to be every time.
And it worked for him over time. I think that publicity has brought him this far.
Yes, he has 1 million followers, and people probably enjoy what he does, because I do not.
I don't
like
subscribe to that.
I do not follow people like that who always try to look for the negative in everything
and propagate their own agenda.
Someone replied him and said, "There's always that one person when everybody is going right, he will decide to go left, and that's Daniel Rega."
Someone quoted that.
People follow them.
Yes, I'm sure that people love what he does.
So someone quoted it and had, this viral video. Adibin, I know you now.
Yeah, the viral TikTok.
Somebody quoted it and with that.
Adibin, I know you. I'm saying this now. Adibin, I know him now.
Well, anyways, I am really excited. We actually won that game yesterday. And the reason why we actually all agree this is the best AFCON is because Nigeria is in the finals. To be very honest, yes. If we were not at this level, we probably would have agreed from afar. We're not with a lot of words.
Sorry guys, do you have people who said the AFCON is better than the World Cup? I don't reply now because I don't go on. Are you Ronaldo fan?
I respect Ronaldo. I have absolute respect for him.
Okay.
I know what he has achieved in his career, but I have someone else I prefer. I love more.
And is that person Lionel Messi? Anyways, overall performance, I think the Super Eagles did exceptionally well, and kudos to them. One more game and we are champions for the 4th time.
I would like to use this opportunity to apologize to Jose Pesero, because not so many Nigerians
myself inclusive. I was very critical of him initially.
I wasn't so critical, but
I saw when he actually came, we were not really convinced, and our style of play was really shabby, and most of our games we either won by luck or we were embarrassing. But coming into this tournament, his style of play was really good, tweaking his tactics from the second game coming to these semi-finals, heading to the finals, was one of the best decisions he actually made, and he actually made us play to our level. It was exciting, really good. We knew that offensively we were excellent, but defensively we actually had loopholes. But we actually worked on that defensive aspect. Our offensive players did not really get a lot of service, but we knew how to grind results, score goals.
Which is how to.
And that's how you win. Yes, that's how you win.
Tournament football.
Yes, the defense actually has to be top notch. Absolutely, we've considered just 2 goals so far, one in the opening game and one via penalties yesterday. It showed how excellent the whole team has been. Our work has been immense. To everyone who's actually coming to and giving their 100%, I feel like the unity in the team is something else. And now when I missing his penalty, and Terry Murphy actually raced to him, tried to boost his confidence, and I knew that our mentality was something else compared to our opponents. After missing theirs, their confidence dropped.
And even the president and the vice president, they have a lot to say, and there's a reward waiting for the Super Eagles.
The reward is really
I don't like that incentive.
Nigerians have come and say, please,
Drop it.
relax. Let's win first. Anyways, we'll be here on host nation Ivory Coast in the finals. We'll be talking more about it tomorrow, but let me get your predictions, guys, for the finals. Who is winning the AFCON finals? And your predictions?
Nigeria is going to win the AFCON finals. So we will win by 2 goals to nothing. They are not
2
going
goals to nothing. Do you agree with Kaiko?
I go 1 goal to nothing.
1 goal to nothing.
Yeah.
I think I agree with on this one because this is a host nation, and I don't think they just
I think that 1 goal to nothing is more our style.
Yes, that's why. I mean, the last one we won.
You score one and you respect your opponent, you sit back and get the job done.
I have seen their game, and I felt like the reason why they've gotten this far is because opponents fear them, or respect them, and do not try to hit them on their toes. I know they can be very vulnerable, very vulnerable.
Let's look out for Haled though. There's Haled, there's Kessin. That's it.
I mean, there's William Ekong at the back. I am confident.
Okay, let's not forget the 50,000 Ivorians that might be there,
which is actually going to be really excellent. Watching them, they are going to watch us leave the trophy in front of their stadium.
That would be so sad. That's what Chelsea did to Bayern Munich in 2012.
It's always better, winning the trophy at your opponent's house. I remember Nigeria Ghana 2000 when we lost the final to Cameroon in Lagos. I was really small, but I can remember it was one sad game. We lost via penalties, and
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you think playing in the finals in front of your people comes with more pressure?
A lot of
Definitely
pressure.
comes with
A lot of pressure.
Okay.
Because you have to deliver, you have to be at the top of your game every time, and you probably might be error prone. The opposition actually has nothing to lose.
I wonder how the likes of France did it in '98 or England when they hosted and won. Or even Uruguay.
When England, of course, the England win in '66 was up till now is still questionable, still being debated because of Geoff Hurst's goal, not crossing the line. In France '98, of course, there's still it was quite controversial as well because there was a rumor that Ronaldo was poisoned before the final because he was stolen before the game. He was not fit going to that final.
It's possible.
Yes,
He was
not fit because he had just returned from lengthy injury just before the World Cup.
At the tournament, he was on top of his game. He was the top scorer at the tournament.
I mean, there's always pressure.
A day before the final, they said, just report allegations per se, saying he was poisoned for the game, and nobody actually could tell because at that final he was below par. He could not get onto the ball. He was not his main self.
And the first side were in that time in football notorious for shady kinds of games. Remember Olympic Marseille's '94 Champions League was withdrawn and later handed back to them because of allegations of manipulations, match fixing and all that.
No, I brought this up because we are playing the host nations in the finals. Yes. I think Ivory Coast is the team that is under more pressure compared to Nigeria. I mean, you said something.
Yeah, I said something on that.
I think Ivory Coast.
I don't like it when I don't like this third best loser idea. I think is you're giving those guys the second chance at this thing.
So second chance at life.
Yeah. So when you come into, most times the tactics is going to change.
True.
Your opponents cannot prepare adequately for what they're going to get.
True.
Because like we even saw in the case of Ivory, because they even changed the manager midway into the tournament, and because new manager comes with new motivation. So I feel like it's not really fair that you give these guys 2 lifelines or 2 bites at the cherry.
Alright, but regardless, if you ask me who is winning the AFCON come Sunday, I will tell you, clear the road for Super Eagles. Anyways, our time is fast spent. Well, I can't be a Chelsea fan if I don't say this. Kudos, Chelsea. Congratulations. I didn't see that win coming against Aston Villa at the Villa Park, but you made us proud. Anyways, thank you so much, Aaron, for being on the show with me.
Thank you,
Thank you, Usman. Always a pleasure. And thank you to our amazing viewers. Sorry we couldn't open the phone lines today, but we will do that tomorrow when you predict your winner for the AFCON finals. Let's do it again, same time, same station. I remain Dearest Mba. Do have a wonderful day. Bye for now.